Inside Racing is brought to you by Dunlop.
Hi, I'm Fabian Bauersachs,
Freestyle motocross Profi.
a freestyle motocross rider, and his passion: pure adrenaline. Lifestyle. Action.
Viel
Fun.
Spaß.
Above all, freestyle motocross is about being able to express yourself and your lifestyle however you want. In fact, for every trick that gets performed, each rider's got his own individual signature. The German master doesn't care about speed. Higher, further, more spectacular. That's all that counts. Superman, Lazy Boy, Deadman. Not superheroes, but the names of the tricks. The greater the degree of difficulty, the more points won by the man in the saddle. Freestyle motocross came to Europe as a US import about 12 years ago. I've simply really enjoyed the sport for years and become very passionate about it, and so here I am. In 2010, German champion and 8th in the World Championships. Without a specially tuned sport bike, his flying displays would be inconceivable. So here we are with the tool of my trade. The bike's basically a two-stroke Suzuki 250. In terms of the engine, it's all standard, just with a few small changes. For example, here the exhaust's been adapted, and here the rear silencer, simply to change the characteristics of the bike a bit. The feature that differs most from a normal motocross bike is the suspension, such as here, the fork and the shock absorber has been specially modified to be able to better absorb the enormous leaps and landings.
Schlucken zu können.
What everyone sees in terms of the look are the holes called grab holes, which we need for the seat grab and the double seat grab to be able to hold on tight in mid-air. Something else you can see easily is the flattened seat. That's very important for us riders so that when we swing our legs to one side, we've got enough clearance. Also typical for freestyle bikes are the handlebars, no middle brace, simply so that we've got more freedom when we swing our legs through or lean over it and thus don't get caught up. Another special feature is this here. What you can see here at the front is the steering damper. You can adjust the angle of steering manually so that it turns more freely or gets stiffer. That's very important for the no-hand backflip and the Superman flip. So that's when you're doing any flip tricks and you don't want the wheel to turn, but to stay rigid instead. What else have we got? Look-wise, of course, you can see lots of pimped rims and spokes, all nicely polished and shiny. And here you see, for me, another special feature, a custom-made top yoke with especially high upper parts that have been simply adjusted for my body size. And every rider has his own wishes and demands. Every bike is thus a one-off.
1, 2, 3.
And before every performance, this one-off has to be checked from head to toe. Safety takes top priority. In that regard, Fabian makes no exception. Quite the opposite. We prepare with painstaking care, getting the bike ready and checking that everything's working in order to avoid any material failures. Our entire health depends on these machines. Safety first. On the circuit too. Freestylers and marshals work here hand in hand. Ramp and approach lane. That's the last time the riders have solid ground beneath their studded wheels.
1, 2, 3.
The ramps are actually always made of metal for normal circuits because you don't get any ruts in them. The mesh that gets welded onto the ramps, it's got a sort of honeycomb structure, which means the studs can really claw into it well, so you always get maximum grip. Also have the same mesh laid out in front of the ramps at 10 to 20 meters, depending on the space, in order to avoid any ruts or bumps, which would have a negative impact on the bike's ability to take off properly. His painstaking preparation has earned Fab the nickname Professor Freestyle. Some people mock him for supposedly being pedantic, but he rides and jumps extremely well that way. And for everyone who's now got a taste for this, Professor Freestyle has one more piece of advice. I'd actually say to every newcomer into this area of biking, you should definitely first of all do some proper riding outside on motocross circuits and see if you like jumping. Feel your way slowly, don't overextend yourself, and simply have fun. The rest will come naturally.
Und der Rest kommt von alleine.
Let your emotions run free. Freestyle motocross. Only flying is better.
Inside Racing was brought to you by Dunlop.